Armstrong house is located in Corona, Queens, only about maybe a 25-minute drive from Manhattan. Armstrong, to him, this was his real first house. The living room, that's the room that Lewis would invite the kids in. There's a little TV in there. There's many great photographs of Lewis and Lucille in that room. There's a painting, a beautiful painting of Lewis that was done by an African-American artist named Calvin Bailey. And it was based on a photograph of Lewis that originally appeared in Vanity Fair in 1935. It was one of the first big mainstream media profiles on Armstrong. And so it featured this beautiful photo by Anton Bruhl, and this artist, Calvin Bailey, turned it into a portrait and gave it to Armstrong in 1948. And we have pictures of him standing in front of that portrait, really proud of it. The dining rooms where Armstrong enjoyed many of his meals. This was a man who loved to eat. If you look at a lot of his song titles, Cornet Chop Suey and Strutting with Some Barbecue and stuff like that. So he always had food on the mind. He would sign his letters, red beans and ricely yours. The kitchen is pretty much everybody's favorite room. The way it looks now, with these unbelievable blue cabinets, and everything matches. The refrigerator, the dishwasher, it's all the same color blue. Even the clock is the same kind of aquamarine-ish kind of blue. To this day, we have people who aren't even jazz fans, who are just in love with 1950s and 60s and 70s architecture and historic homes, and they come and they see that kitchen, and never mind that it's Louis Armstrong. That's just a knockout of a kitchen. You get to see how Lucille liked to keep everything streamlined, with the can openers mounted on the wall and the blenders mounted on the countertop. The oven is a custom-made double oven by Crown, because I'm sure the Armstrongs had many, many large parties here, New Year's Eve and everything. The bedroom is kind of a sacred room. This is the room Armstrong passed away in July of 1971. But also in that room, you get to see Lucille's kind of little prayer corner. She was a very devout Catholic. She would worship right around the corner at Our Lady of Sorrows Church right here in Corona. Lewis always had a funny line. Anytime they asked him about religion, he would say, "I was raised a Baptist, I wear a Star of David around my neck, and I'm good friends with the Pope." Attached to the bedroom is the master bathroom, which was a room that Armstrong probably spent many happy hours in, because he was a man who preached the wonders of herbal laxatives, in particular a brand called Swiss Chris. He would again sign letters, Swiss Chrisley yours. He had diet charts made up. He would give sample packets of the laxative away to anybody he met, fans, friends, members of the royal family. They all got to hear about Swiss Chris. So the bathroom was where Swiss Chris time would occur. And also you'll see some speakers in the top of one of the walls. So even when he was in the bathroom, he could still listen to music. The downstairs bathroom, floor to ceiling mirrors, all gold-plated fixtures, marble sink. When I look at the bathroom, I see Lucille wanting maybe something a little more luxurious. I think after a few years with Armstrong's superstardom, she was ready to move on to something a little bigger and a little more grand, but Armstrong refused to leave this house and leave this neighborhood. So she would hire the top interior decorators, Morris Grossberg was one, and do these things. So she would have a little bit of luxury right here in Queens. From the outside, it looks like your typical Archie Bunker house, but when you walk in, you see that bathroom, it's like, wow, this is a guy who grew up in New Orleans with an outhouse in the backyard. It was so poor. And we have a great photo of him standing by the sink with a giant smile on his face. It's almost like, look how far I've come.